But we should not be surprised by this because the unit team was dead the moment Sarah posted Tambalos lost in 2023. The moment that she and Imeee decided to have their own coalition. Remember now, it could either be Sarah or Imeee for president in 2028. Can you imagine that? Hindi nga naman talaga asal ng totoong kapatid na concerned na ginawa ni Imeee kagabi. Because if she was concerned, then she would have never allowed her brother to run for president. But instead, she endorsed him. She said in 2022 that he wasn't on drugs. Do you remember that? So what changed between then and now? Ing anak gidi ay ka-big deal ang maging vice president, Imeee, sa 2028? Ganyan na ba talaga kayo kadesperado? Why can't you all wait? Oh yes, now I understand. You can't wait because the Christmas warrants are coming. You can't wait because what's going to come before Christmas is something that's going to hit family members, allies, and most of the people that's hiding behind you and Sarah. The Christmas warrants are coming because PBBM, despite what you're saying, is still president. That's what the Filipino people should be focusing on. The plunder charges, the charges of corruption. Because isn't that what you are counting down? Because this is truly the fight against corruption. And sadly, that's what happens when people who are corrupt are desperate. They will stage rallies. They will do everything to distract the Filipino people from what truly matters, our freedom from the corrupt. Let me get this straight. If your brother and sister-in-law are drug addicts, at least they're more high-functioning than you. At least they have the propensity to fight against corruption more than you, supposedly. But then, you can't just call them addicts by not implicating yourself given that you're addicted to Botox. But then again, addicted to Botox pero na murawa na mao ang timpla diha nga side. Because what matters more to me is the fight against corruption. That's what I'm waiting for, the Christmas warrants. That's what I'm focusing on, the fight against corruption. Because that's what I always say. If we want change, if we want something to happen, we file cases. And cases have been filed. What you are doing is going against that fight because you want to distract Malacanang. You want to distract the Filipino people with recycled garbage. Wala na may nabag-o, gitawag man gid ninyo siya bangag. Bangag man gid siya. Mao man gid na inyong ginapagawas, di ba? Pero bahalag bangag basta naay mapriso nga corrupt before Christmas. Naay ma-frozen nga assets, naay mga kaso nga ma-file. That's what matters to me. Because ang asal ng totoong kapatid, given Imeee, I'm also an ate. And if that were my brother, di ko madag barangay, di gyud ako napadaganong presidente. Because the thing with you and Bongbong is that when you guys feud it out, nadadamay ang katauhan, be. Nadadamay ang buong Pilipinas sa kagaguhan nyo. And we deserve leaders that don't run over their family for power. Because that's exactly what you did last night. I'm not gonna choose you, Imeee, over your brother. I'm not. Because if you are capable of running over your own brother for power, how much more the other people? And trust me, I can smell what you're doing. Because if Sarah gets impeached, you're gonna run for president. Oh, I can see it from this side of the room. So don't me. Don't me with your bullshit. Because the focus here should be anti-corruption, which your brother is fighting against. If you're so concerned with his drug use with your sister-in-law, then in the first place, you would have spoken about this earlier or before he became president. But no. Because hindi ito yung plano ninyo ni Sarah. Because hindi ito sunod or alinsunod sa mga ugali nyo. So now, since it's recycled garbage, nothing is new. What's new is that there's gonna be Christmas warrants and that's what the focus should be. O bakit biglang natapos agad ang rally? Akala ko ba for transparency? Point kasi dyan, hindi kasi rally ang sagot for transparency, kundi kaso. Kaso na patong na parating na. And guess what? It's gonna run over a lot of your friends, Imeee. And it's probably going to impeach one of your friends. The same friend that you're supposedly riding on now because thinking that she's gonna choose you as her VP. Remember, andyan pa si Chiz. Si Chiz na tahimik kasi yan din, may tinatago. Yan kasi kayo, mga may tinatago. Yan kasi kayo yung may mga motibong pangit. Tatahi-tahimik tapos biglang aatake. Ay natanin nyo, bulok na style. Style ng mga bobo. Lawyer up because the cases are coming. Di ba yan ang kinakountdown ng sangkatauhan ng Pilipinas? Focus natin yan. Hindi botok sa mukha, hindi drug sa sistema. Kasi kung totoong drug addict nga talaga yung presidente at first lady, eh di sana kinasuhan nyo na. Pero yan yon. Iba kasi ang chismis at asal ng hindi totoong kapatid. DNA test, Taniban? Ingat. Maayong hapon. As much as I already wanna take a shower to start my day, a new delivery just arrived and it made me super, super happy. Marting party list blankets and Congressman Martin Romualdez blankets have arrived. So this will be paired with the t-shirts that I have in that sack. I have 90 that is in that sack. We did not give this out with our distributions because we hesitated, because we didn't want to offend anybody that would have an issue with the names being printed on the blankets. These were donations to us. These were given by our supporters from the last election because they know that we are a disaster serving party list. Just in case you didn't know, Tingog Party List was born from what happened in Tacloban. And that is why Tingog Party List aims to serve every single natural disaster that it can, most especially in the areas where it is present. Here in Cebu, obviously, we have Tingog Party List offices. We have about 9. And so Tingog Party List Cebu, my Cebu family, sent over blankets. This is not the first batch. We already distributed about 600 t-shirts and 140 blankets and water, 700 waters to Naga, Talisay, Dignos. Thank you to my friend Elite, Rene, and their son Azzy for helping me out with that. And then I will now be distributing the rest. Oh, we also sent over a few to Mabolo, to my brother's office mates. We also sent over a few of these things to my sister-in-law's sisters who are also like my family. And then aside from that, now I am opening a new batch of who wants to accept it, because again, we don't want to give it right off the bat because we don't want to offend anybody, because we're just trying to help. These blankets are a huge help to the people who are truly in need of them. Most especially children, most especially senior citizens, and those with disabilities that really need to keep warm at a time like this. Although, of course, it's warm during the day, but at night, labi na mo kalit og ulan, lisod na gyud kaayo if walay tarong nga habol. And so, if you see this video and willing, again, I emphasize on the willing to accept and would be able to use these blankets and the t-shirts, please let me know. So I'm posting this video here on TikTok. I will be choosing a few. If you are only within Cebu, I will not be delivering this myself, I have to admit, because I'm preparing for a very important surgery. So I will not be going around and doing the distributions myself. The distributions will be handled by Tita Cherry if you guys want to come to Mandawi to pick it up yourself. Or if you want to just have it picked up by like Grab or Lalamove, if you want to also do donation drives, you may also come and pick these up yourselves. But yes, I will be honest, I will not be going around because right now, up until the day of my surgery, I will not be going out of the house. I'll just be staying put. So mura na siya. I'm so grateful to be able to help. The help has been continuous ever since the earthquake last September. So ongoing yun ang amo ang mga relief operations. Kanilang yun, special lang yun yung blankets and t-shirts because again, kapoy na gid kaayo makigsagubang og issue sa mga tao nga igo ra gyud saba pero wa poy ikatabang. But ang amo lang, we don't wanna create enough of a ruckus or chaos because they're just blankets. They're just really bright orange warm blankets. So if you want a few because you know of a family that will benefit from this, please let me know. And until supplies last. Morato, ingat!